Hey guys, George of course. Now, I wanted to talk about something that I keep trying to stray away from, but it keeps haunting me, and I keep bringing it up with every time I talk about pretty much anything. With all the recent shootings that have happened, it's important to talk about gun control. Now, I always say I'm not going to talk about politics, but sometimes you can't avoid them. They're an important part of your life, no matter what side you're on. The thing that I've noticed about school shootings is as soon as they happen, and I don't think it's ironic, I think it's planned this way. As soon as they happen, the left jumps on this wagon and says, we need to enforce stronger gun laws. Well, if that's the case, let me think of a way to ask this instead of voice my opinion basically on it. Let's say, okay, I seen a post the other day on Facebook that said something about, I think it was Ohio, letting their teachers carry pistols. Great, I'm all for that. What happens if the armed shooter that comes into the school trying to harm children has an AK-47? I won't say AR-15 because that's not automatic and the news is moronic. But let's say they come into the school, AK-47 on their back, ready to light everybody up. Well, don't worry, the teacher has a pistol. What are you going to do if you have a pistol? See, the reason I'm making this video is I know a lot of people that say a lot of things like, nobody needs an automatic weapon. Well, if bad people couldn't get their hands on them, of course not. But they do. If a bad guy had the intent, a bad person, or a psycho person, whatever you want to say, had the intent to explode a vehicle, it's difficult, but they can get their hands on a fucking RPG. It's possible. It's hard to do, but if you know the right people, you got enough firewall on your computer. I mean, you can get on a computer that has never been on the internet, firewall the shit out of it. You know, block everybody from seeing anything you can get on. Get on the deep web, you can buy yourself an RPG. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. So, expensive as shit, but you can do it. The point is, it's possible. It's possible to get your hands on an AK-47. Believe me, it is. So, all the people that say you don't need an automatic weapon, how are you so sure? If the Second Amendment was written for a militia. So if the government were going to come and try to overthrow us, it was made to defend ourselves against the government. How the fuck are you supposed to defend yourself against the government with a fucking handgun? You think the government's retarded? They're going to come out with a bunch of pistols and fly shooters or pea shooters? No, man, they're going to have a full arsenal ready to, do whatever they want to do. So I guess my point is, you can't really do much with a pistol unless you're big on the lottery. If somebody has the intent to kill somebody, kill a large group of people, they're not going to go in it with a handgun or a knife. They're going to use an automatic gun. Probably, unless they're idiots. But they're going to use an automatic gun at some point, for some reason. And they're going to get their hands on it no matter what we do. If they want to do it that bad, they're going to do it. I believe, and this is where I'm going to put my opinion, I believe the more guns, the merrier. Because, and I haven't, what's funny is I haven't really met anybody that doesn't agree with this, which is really cool. I'm sure you're out there because I read the Facebook posts about the people that say, guns kill people, and I've never actually talked to a person that says that, I don't think. So I'm very thankful for that because that's just moronic. That's not an opinion. That's not, up for discussion. That's wrong. So, so just, if we have more guns, if everybody in the United States has a gun, right? You figure most of them are law-abiding citizens, probably, right? A good percentage, right? You think there's going to be that many armed mass murderers? Mass shootings? No. If I'm a criminal, thinking as a criminal, I'm not a criminal, but if I was a criminal, And I went somewhere where there was a sign on the door, and I was like, I gotta rob a bank. I need some money, so I'm gonna rob a bank. Hashtag entitlement. But I go in there, and there's a sign that says right on the door, all tellers are armed. I'm not gonna fucking pull my gun out. I'm gonna go in and ask questions about signing up for a bank to pretend I'm not in there to rob people, because there's no chance of me getting out alive. There's guns in the building. Why would I try anything there? Laws will not stop criminals. They're already there. It's illegal to go in a school with a gun and try to shoot children, but they still do it. So if it's illegal to carry a gun, an automatic gun, which I think it is in most states, then the only people that aren't going to be carrying guns are law-abiding citizens. You know, the people that will defend you against a militia, or the people that will defend you against a school shooting. I'm sick to death of seeing these school shootings. Innocent children murdered in large groups. And you know what? The media is so fucking stupid about it. We gotta make stronger gun control. All that's gonna do is take a gun away from me, who will defend your ass. I don't understand the logic there. If you take guns away from the law-abiding citizens by making stronger gun laws, then you will take your chance of living away in the event of a mass shooting. Unless you're big on the lottery, even if I have a pistol, there's not much I can do against someone shooting an automatic machine gun. I mean, it's almost slim to none. Is there a chance? Of course. If I'm a good shot, I have a good chance. You don't know, this guy could be dressed in Kevlar head to toe. All you gotta do is think. I'm gonna shoot up a school in a month. What do? I get an automatic weapon, which will take me, if I were this kind of piece of shit, it would take me probably a week, because it's there. You know, it would take me a week to get the automatic weapon. It would take me less than a day to get the ammunition. It would take me probably at the most a month, because I'd look for a good deal on Kevlar. So I'd get Kevlar. I don't know why you people think it's so hard. All that changing the gun laws is going to do is keep guns out of good hands. So if you're involved in a school shooting and you voted for stronger gun laws, you're not coming out of that building. I can guarantee it. Unless you're big on lottery. Scientifically, you're outnumbered, because the amount of rounds that an automatic weapon fires compared to a fucking pistol, there's very, very little chance of you getting out. You're probably dead. So, let's make America great again and enforce the Second Amendment. Fully arm our citizens. That's all I have to say. You take guns away from me, you're risking anybody near me, because I can't defend them and myself in a situation where this may happen. We all need more guns. And I know there's a lot of Democrats, morons basically, that will say, more guns? There's obviously a gun problem. People are getting shot up in schools. How do you stop somebody with a gun? If somebody comes into a bank and tries to shoot you, you're the teller, how do you stop them? Listen, hey, whoa, I don't know what you think you're doing, but it's against the law to do this. And? You don't think I planned my whole escape route up until this point? I know it's against the law. I'm breaking the law. Either shoot me or shut up and put the money in the bet. You know what I mean? Stronger gun laws will just screw everything up. And criminals will still have their guns. And law-abiding citizens like myself will not be able to have a gun. We will not be able to defend ourselves. And I'll tell you what, I'm not a big conspiracy guy anymore. I used to be really big in conspiracies. That's the government's plan. There's no denying it. That is absolutely the government's plan, is to unarm America and make it so the government is the only people with heavy artillery. So it's wrong the way America's been. We need more guns, and we need the right to choose whether we have a gun. I don't remember what town it was, but it was a town in Germany back in the day. There used to be a tax they used to charge. And if you carried a gun, you got paid like a tax It's like a defender tax or something. I don't remember what it was called. But that's how it should be. If you're ballsy enough to defend our country, you should be paid. That's where the tax money should go. Not to illegals coming in over the border, breaking the law. You know, murderers and rapists, whether you like to hear it or not. They're murderers and rapists. And if they're not, we can still call them that because they're literally breaking the law coming over the border illegally. So if they're not criminals and rapists, shut up anyway. We're still going to say it. So, the point is, okay, guns aren't bad. Shitty people are bad. Start raising your kids better, and they probably won't shoot schools up. Hate to break it to you, that's the problem. The problem is mental health, and it is not guns. The only problem affiliated with guns is that we don't have enough of them to defend ourselves. I'm not saying, arm every child with a fucking pistol or an automatic weapon, but I'm saying train them to be able to use one so that if they ever have to pick it off their dead security guard in a school, they know how to use it and they're not instantly guaranteed to die. Sorry. I don't agree with handing a pistol and a handgun to every child in the world. I don't agree with that. Do I think they need the training? I know they need. It's not opinion, it's fact. You need to be able to defend yourself in a situation that is unpredictable to most. You can't predict these things from happening. You just can't. So, either you teach people how to use weapons or you die. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you don't know how to properly use a weapon and there is a situation where you need to use a weapon, you're done. You're done. All these kids with their parents to teach them that guns are bad. They're going to find out how bad they are when another stupid psychopath decides to shoot up a school. Guns aren't bad. Guns save lives. They don't take them. Guns are a tool to the thing that is bad or good. It's like a wrench. I can take a wrench and go bash somebody's fucking head in until he's dead. Or I can take a wrench and fix somebody's faulty engine, Anything's a weapon if you make it a weapon. Gun isn't a weapon, it's a self-defense tool. So, more guns, more power in the citizens' hands, less school shootings. More signs that say, we're armed. Come in here, we will fucking shoot you. Nobody's gonna go in there. Not to stir up shit. Maybe to ask questions or something, but they're not gonna go in there and take their chances of dying. Because if you go in a school that says gun-free zone, you're asking for it. You're asking for it. I hate to say it, and I hate to be so douchebaggy about this, but man, there's kids dying. So that's why I can't stand when people say, don't talk about politics, religion, or whatever else. How do you not talk about politics? It's every day. It's things that happen every day in your life that you want to make better. So if you don't talk about it, they're not going to get better. Politics are important. They're everything that we do, every single thing we do. I went to go see Black Panther yesterday. That's a political stance, So, we gotta stop taking guns away from people. But the government won't listen to this. We the people run this country. But right now the government does because they're tricking you into thinking that guns are bad. That's what it is. They don't want the civilians to have guns. Because what they're made for is to shut them down. So when the government tries to overthrow the citizens, we're supposed to shoot them. That's what it's made for a militia. So obviously they're going to try to, I don't know if it's as sinister as that, but that's why it's made. The Second Amendment was written so that if the government ever tries to, overthrow us, we the people, we have the right to defend ourselves. So if we don't have the means to defend ourselves and we're left with maybe pistols, maybe a knife off Amazon or something, we don't have a chance. We, the people, deserve to be armed as much as we need. You're not gonna. The thing is, you're not gonna stop bad people from getting their hands on guns. It's impossible. It's not possible. England, no guns allowed. Do you think nobody has guns? You think nobody gets their hands on guns? Really? Wrong. It's wrong. Look at Chicago. For Christ's sakes. Chicago is in the dirt, practically, with how much murders they have by guns. Strongest gun laws in the country. top 3. Not the strongest, but I think it's the 3rd. But it's just wrong. It's you know, I don't like talking about politics, like I said earlier, but it's necessary for us to talk about it. You know, and I especially don't like talking about politics about opinions. I like voicing facts. The fact is, guns prevent mass murders. Pistols thin the chance of survival even. You give a teacher a pistol, yeah, all right, he'll defend himself against somebody with a fucking slingshot, maybe, or a pistol. What if they come in with a brain and they've got a backpack full of automatic weapons? That pistol's going to do nothing, and he's going to die in front of his children, his teachers, his students. More guns. We need more guns. We need them. That's not even opinion. We need them. People are dying in our country. So let me know what you guys think. Share it, like it, subscribe, and if you're a snowflake, seriously, fuck off. Thanks.